welcome back to ASM Sekai, where three Weebs come together and our passion is to talk and geek out about animes, movies, shows. Go check out Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I saw it twice already, loved it. This is not a promotion, just a fan being a fan. And let's get it started. Today we're talking about Demon Slayer Episode 9, Season 3. Let's go, Amy. Start it off. How did you think?
It was good, man. It was good. All right, so let's talk about positive and then negative. Okay?
Oh, shit.
You found negatives?
Go ahead. Go. Negative,
Yeah,
yes,
of course,
I like it. Yes.
Of course.
Go for it.
So,
So he's like, fuck you, man.
No, there were some negatives.
Right.
I agree with them.
before we get started, what's his fucking name? I need to know. Oh,
Bushiro.
Mist Hashira. Let's call him Mist Hashira. Mist
Yeah,
Hashira.
Mr.
Fuck that. Mist Hashira.
Shiro.
No, Mr. Mist.
It
All
says
right?
it on the
Toquito.
title. It says on the
I don't give
title.
a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Mist Hashira.
All right, let's do one. He fucked up the name already. One. All right. The counter is now one.
The counter should be on top. Just so you know. You shouldn't be counting it every time I fuck it up. All right. So Mist Hashira, right? I like the backstory. I like the little history lesson that they're giving out. I like the whole idea of him being strong, right? That was nice. Animation was nice. I like the fact that he was fucking with the is he number 5 or number 6? Upper 5? I like the idea that he was so easy to fuck around with, right? Talk shit about his vessel, talk shit about his vase, and then he just gets agitated. He's just fucking annoyed at the same time, right? So I like that. And I like his sense of humor too. It's very bland, but he hits you right at the spot. Right? He knows how to like get to you, even though he's not trying to. But it's so bland and nice. So where he's like, you're just like, what the fuck? And the guy's like, why aren't you? And the bad guy's like, why aren't you reacting? Be like, oh, okay.
He's
It's very like.
he's like
you told me
Mosh,
to
but
keep shut.
he's like Mosh, but he understands the sarcasm.
Yeah, but he's very dumb with it, right? So I like that.
I don't think it's like Mosh because Mosh doesn't have like this attacking.
Mosh is stupid, but he's so
Like-
funny.
Mucho has like the undertone, like aggressive undertone, right? Like it's a passive aggressive, right? It's like Timmy Duncan, like in a trash talk, like yo, like it's like looking down, right?
Yeah, he was shit talking. He was shit talking,
Yeah.
but it was very
Yeah,
when people shit talk, we have reaction behind it. Our face structure changes. This motherfucker was just straight up looking bland, no reaction, just talking shit, and then it's funny.
Sure, condensing, like Gyoko is like very like he all the demons, right? They think they're the higher being, right?
Yep.
And then in this demon is the artistic higher being,
yeah.
He's
right?
so petty when it comes to art.
And Tokiro and Mucho was like, that's not really symmetrical.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He knows, it's like, let's fuck you up, man.
Yes. So I think he's just putting salt, right? Like that's what he's doing. He's adding salt to it, like to the injury. And he kept doing it too, in a very mild way. But of course, seeing that this demon, like you said, is very artistic. He enjoyed being focused and artistic and symmetrical. So when Mist Hashira kept doing it, he kept getting agitated, annoyed, and I think that got to him also. Another positive was the fight scene. I think he's strong as shit, which is a very good thing. Negative for me is, and I said this before, was a sense of urgency. In the last season, when the Hashira was fighting and that was the entertainment arc,
Into district arc.
Yeah, when the Hashira was fighting the demon and the sister, right? You felt that they were strong as shit, and the Hashira couldn't do shit, right? Like Hashira was getting his ass kicked, even though he was able to keep up for some time. At the end of the day, that demon was gonna fuck him up. In this season or this fight with Mist Hashira, I felt like Hashira came out on top, like, and I'm not talking by a small margin. I'm saying
more?
He fucking overpowered him. And when he said, "Oh, what do you think? You thought that you were the only one not being serious," that to me was like there was a lot more that he could have done and put him down. Then in the back of my head, I'm thinking, shit, these demons are supposed to be alive for like a century or two, more than 100 years, and this Hashira kid came out of nowhere and overpowered him. So there was no sense of like fuck, this demon is strong as shit, right?
You definitely don't get it on the upper Gyoko side that
Yes.
the upper moon is a threat in the scenario like we seen. And to be honest, like I'm 100% in the same alignment with you. Like that's why I think this arc for me is the weakest arc of the upper moon arc. Like because I think it's kind of wants to show you what happens when you get the mark for the Hashiras. Right, that's the power up. Right, all the Hashiras in the past that got killed didn't have the mark. Right, that's why Gyoko was like, "Oh, what the hell is going on? Why does this guy have a mark?" Because I know that Muzan talked about the other guy have a mark, but this fucker has a mark for some reason, right? So there's something going on underlying that is helping the demon slayers, evolve and get stronger as well. But yeah, you lose kind of the sense of that urgency, the sense of like, God damn, these demons are fucking strong. Like you don't have that.
So
you don't have that
I
threat
think
factor.
I got the opposite of. I thought that way. But I stepped back and I thought about it. So remember we were having a discussion about ranking Hashiras and where we thought this dude was ranked. So I've been reading about it, and majority of the average polls have ranked him as number 4, as he's the 4th strongest Hashira. So if you're doing the ranking system, number 4 Hashira versus number 5 Upper Moon Demon, we're assuming the Hashira should be above the same power line towards these demons. I mean,
No,
but
no.
So
No.
this,
I'm not assuming that.
So
remember
why I think he won. Why I think he won, and I thought about this, is this guy's weakness is getting him frustrated and getting him off, his own agenda.
Yeah, his game. Yeah.
And number 2, his attacks are distance, like throwing the fishes or poison, and the mist is such a beautiful attack, weakness towards him. The fact that he could basically vaporize everything, the poison he freaking deflected easily. When the fishes were coming, he freaking cut them all. The fact that he has this the mist breathing, gave him the advantage over the number 5. I think if the Love Hashira fought him, I think she would have lost. Because she has a different kind of, sword, different technique. Now she's fighting number 4, and her long-range whip sword, I think, has a better chance of reaching those dragons or number 4. Versus if the Mist Hashira was fighting him. I just feel like it's like the element versus the strong element versus the weak element, and that's what played in favor of Muchiro. Plus the Hashira mark.
So before we get to
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
On mute.
Yeah, you're on mute, bro.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The motherfucker was watching Mashi at the same fucking time. That's why.
No, I see Mashi. Hell's Paradise.
Yeah.
Bitch,
I mean, I get what you're saying, right? Like where if you look at first of all, there's more Hashira than Upper Moons, right? There's only 6.
Yeah.
Upper Moons to.
I mean, I'm also cutting the lore too, like in a sense where, like when Amy was saying, I understand why the urgency was in number.
You killed the upper 5, like it was nothing, right? So the lower moon is nothing compared to the uppers, right?
The urgency we saw in number 2, right? I think it's because they were so much weaker,
But remember, like Daki and in the upper 6, right? They were like, yeah, they're counting in 2 hands, more than 2 hands. How many Hashira they have killed? That's Upper Moon 6, right?
Yep.
So when we see Upper Moon 6 last season, what we got is that sense of these fuckers could kill Hashira, and
easily.
Yes, we have we have main character obviously in Tanjiro, so obviously he's gonna survive, but you can see the consequence is there, and then now it's 1-on-1 Upper 5 versus a mist, right? And he kind of, he started out like, getting his ass whooped, right? Like kind of what you would expect. That's what a lot of people, like the reaction was, Kanroji was going to come and help him out because he needs the help. But the reality was he fucking soloed it because of the mark. So he does power up quite a bit. And it does kind of take away, I'm not saying it's wrong or anything. It just kind of does take away a little bit of like the Upper Moon cliche.
Same reason why Tanjiro won then.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, what I've always been saying about this arc is I do think it's the weakest, but it's also a great setup for the next arcs, right? So
I I just feel like it was just perfectly coincidence that he got to go against somebody. Like, I think if there was a different Hashira instead of him, they probably would get rocked.
Though, like if you're talking about short range attacks, like Mr. Hashira would not be
Mr.
good
Hashira
against
is
the range.
bold. He's bold. Look, the way he did the fishes long range, he did the
I
poison
mean,
long
like
range, and the way he navigated around him, that missed power, what he did at the end and just slashed him at the end.
I mean, he's
Beautiful.
an assassin, right? I think
Yeah, legit.
his technique comes off very assassin. But to be
That's so
honest,
good,
like
though.
Ren Hashira and Stone Hashira probably would have wiped the floor with this guy as well. Same thing for Love Hashira because she has that long weapon that she could. Like you saw her like wipe through the base monsters much faster than Muichiro did, right? Like she just kind of like walked through it.
But she
Remember?
did that
Like
to
she
like
just
rock
wiped everybody.
solid things, though. Oh, you're talking about the vase when she was just running.
Yeah, she's just running through it. Like when Tokido
But
kind
those
of
are
had to
objects,
focus
though.
on it.
Those are objects. I feel like, yeah, that's why I say I think she's perfect for number 4 right now because of the dragons, and those are bigger objects. So her long range sword, the whip, can reach that versus Mist being more like vapor, can touch little particles, which is like the poison. I don't think her freaking sword can touch like the freaking atoms, the molecules of poison. That's what I'm trying
What
to
the
say.
fuck are you talking about?
The mist
What
can
poison?
it, bro. The poison, when the fishes, when he cut the fishes, right, with his long range attach.
It's fish. It's not
Fish.
plural, bro.
The fish, when he cut them, he said by cutting them, the poison is now in the air. Then he used his different breathing style and he vaporized it.
It was just the blood. He didn't say it was in the air. He said it was just the blood.
The poison released.
Yeah, it was just the blood.
The explanation is that the fish contains poison, so when you cut it, before the blood vaporizes, it gets on your contact, your body absorbs it. So all Miss Hashira, she didn't vaporize the blood. He just
blew it away.
But
he
I
blew it away.
I don't think the love can do that. Love cannot do
We
that.
haven't seen it. We haven't seen it yet.
I'm going by.
I think Love can. I think Love can because it's just her weapon actually is more.
Love conquers everything, people.
Okay. Okay.
But I mean, like the anime.
Wait, that's my dad joke of the month.
Oh, well, you have one every week. I don't know what you're talking about.
You sure you want?
Oh, no.
You want it to be this
Jokes
one?
are solid. What was that?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
It's June 4th, man. This is early to claim it a joke.
That is all right. I'm pending for the last month.
But I think the number one expectation for me for this season, this arc, was a couple of things, and it was only on the animation side of the thing, which was just how are they gonna put the animation on steroid, which they fucking have. I mean, I've been saying it's the weakest arc because there's so many reasons. One is Upper Moon doesn't feel as threatening as Entertainment District, and then what you are about to see, and then we don't have Zenitsu and Inosuke, which is probably, as everybody would say, it's main characters that you're almost not seeing. It's like not seeing Killua or Gon in Hunter x Hunter sometimes.
Exactly.
You do get Kurapika parts, which is really exciting, but like it just kind of like you're taking away like a core part of the characters, so you don't like. Okay, all the Hashira we know by now have pretty sad backstories. Right, that's why they're Hashiras in the first place, right? That's why they're, aggressively trying to kill demons. Like, so for me, we got a little bit hint of the backstory, what happened, Yoroichi introduction, the first Sun Breather. Like, we see hints of his power and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But beyond that, like, it's for me, I was like, okay, it's kind of like a setup because you kind of introduces the was it Genryu? The shotgun guy introduces him, and then introduces two Hashira. So there's a lot of new character introduction compared to Entertainment District, where we had Inosuke and Zenitsu forever, and Inosuke getting stabbed in the back. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like that was like mind numbing like experience and stuff like that. So you feel more for those characters than you do for these characters. Obviously, you have Tanjiro and Nezuko.
Wait. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. We'll talk about. We only spoke about Mr. Hashira for now. Right?
I'm just saying, in general speaking. And then so Mr. Hashira, he has a very sad story. We know every Hashira has a
does
sad story, but his
what-
animation. Let me finish. So the animation I was really curious about is how do you make Mist animation cool,
it was
like
so
badass.
dope. It's so
It was amazing. Like
So
I was
dope.
like, first of all, like
It
a
is.
little glimpse of it before even the season began. I was like, oh, this is impressive. And even going back to the episode before, dude, that Mist animation is fucking amazing. And then also the music, is another part that
Incredible.
Demon Slayer has
incredible.
always done a
music.
good job. But you want to see them continue it, and they continue it, right? Like, it's been for me that's the thing, and like narratively, the story, like, the upper five was probably the biggest joke of all the upper.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Now,
Yeah.
that being said, in contrast, what's damn it, what the fuck is our hero? What's his name? The main
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
Muzen.
The main guy. Yeah.
No, our
Okay.
hero's Muzen.
In contrast, what Tanjiro is going through feels like there's an urgency there. Like, feels like he's getting his ass kicked. It feels like there is a upper four acting and beating the shit out of him, right? That feels like the sense of danger is there, right? Now, the Hashira, Love Hashira,
Yeah.
right? We don't know what she could do, but she easily destroyed that dragon. I hope it's not the same fight sequence or the same way. I hope there's a fight between them. I hope there's a clash and we see the sense of urgency and sense of danger between Love Hashira, Tanjiro. Of course, Tanjiro is going to get his sword, I'm assuming, the new one.
Hopefully,
And
it's
he's
probably going to be at the end of next episode, man.
I mean, he's going to be the one killing this upper demon. That's a given.
I remember I had said that I had a feeling that Hashira would die. Is the Love
I don't
Hashira
think so.
gonna die?
I don't
Then
think
that
so. I don't think
sucks,
it.
though, then. So then why is it like you're gonna show us number 3 being this amazing evil demon and killing Rengoku? And I love the tribute they bring back in this to Rengoku. Like
Yeah.
they
It's in
showed her
Rengoku,
the handle that now Tanjiro is
Yeah.
gonna get on that thing. That's freaking awesome. And the fact that Rengoku, my boy, mentored or helped freaking Muchiro, which makes it even better. The question
Like he mentored, but that's his. Yeah, that's the optimistic vibe he always gave everybody.
So
right?
if he's already number 4, if Muchiro is number 4, how much higher does he make him in the power level when he gets the marks?
Oh, when he get the marks, he's number 1 right now.
No way.
So okay, so in that logic, and then him being the freaking mist breathing versus number 5, okay, then it makes sense how he was able to beat him.
We'll see.
I mean,
No, he knows. He knows something. All right. So-
there's no actual power level to upper demon. We just know that each one is stronger than another one.
Everything has a rank.
The whole point. The whole point is it's that once you get the mark, you're fucking powerful,
extremely strong, and you just level up, right? Okay.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. This is what I'm thinking. The top 3 demons are exponentially stronger than the lower ones. I think they are strong as shit.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Even with the mark, the Hashiras are gonna have a hard time keeping up with them. That's the way it should be.
I think there's a huge distance in from 4 to 5. Oh no, from 5 to 4 versus 4 to 3. Like I think there's a distance in that ranking too.
5 to 4, I don't think there's much of a difference. I think
I feel like there is.
4. I think 4 is definitely stronger, and more versatile with the attacks. But I don't think there's much of a difference. I think
he's so cool.
Yeah, but I think 4 to 3 and 2 and 1 have a huge difference.
I don't think 3 and 2 have that much of a difference, because if you hear the words in the first one, he says you were supposed to be number 2, but I got chosen as number 2
because he was stronger.
But I don't know how much more stronger he is. I don't think there's much of a distance, because respect.
4 and 3 and 2 and 1 though.
The respect in the top 3 is number 1 is shit strong and everybody fucking fears him, and number 2 and 3 are more of nemesis, but there's not much, like Goku Vegeta ish. Let's just say that. That's what I
don't
feel.
know. I think with the scaling, there has to be a difference. It can't be that minor. The difference cannot be that minor.
So then, what the
I
point
think
of
there's
the
gonna.
Hashiras then? If the fact that these upper demons are this OP, they could just come and slap all the fucking top 10 Hashiras if the ranking
But they do it.
system exists.
But they do it all the time. That's the thing. That's the whole point of it. They do it all the
I
time. They've been
don't.
doing it.
I
They've
don't
been
think they've been
and
killing Hashiras like that, like the top Hashiras. I
they
think it's
have
just been.
been.
I think it's just been
The-
human age that's been killing them.
This is the
No,
first
I
time
mean,
they killed the Hashira in the last arc. That was the first
you
time.
mean upper. You mean kill the upper moon?
Upper Moon? No,
Upper
the
Moon,
Upper
yeah.
Moon
No,
was
no,
the
no, no.
first
Sorry, I
time.
take that back. This is the first time an Upper Moon got killed, but they've been killing Hashiras for a long time, and he said that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I
but
mean,
I'm not saying-
Upper Moon 6. Remember, Gyutaro. I think his kill count was 16 or something.
16
Hashiras?
Hashira, bro. Think
So
about it.
something. Yeah, Daki was like 7 or something.
But
That's
I don't
only
think,
them. So
I
just
don't-
between-
I don't think it's the top Hashiras. That's what I'm trying to
Of
say.
course it is. It's. I mean,
I think
they're
they're
not
more
like.
like Uzen level. No, was it Uzai? Who's the sound Hashira?
Uzui.
Yeah,
Tengen.
so I think they're more his level, and he's like the
We-
lowest
we-
level.
I mean, we
That's-
don't know, man. Honestly, you can't just assume from the looks of it. They're
No,
extremely
but
strong.
He also was saying it though. He was also saying it. Like you have to like. I pay attention to the wordings when he said it. He said he's the weakest, and freaking Rengoku was way stronger than him. That's the way he said it.
Wait. One more thing. Don't they get stronger every time they kill
Who?
the demons?
Well, yeah.
You gotta keep eating. I think
yeah.
it's more like eating the human beings. Like just-
Right. So
just
if
eating,
if they're killing if the guy's killing 16 Hashiras and consuming him at the same time, he's expected to be fucking brolic.
So is him killing the level? I mean, then there should be a power level. Then if you
There is a
it's-
power level. I
Okay.
mean, they're not providing it to
upper
us.
there, yeah, for upper moon there's the level and it's a pure ranking, right? 1,
So-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
so
One of the
since-
by far the strongest.
So since you have read the manga Moto, and I think this
Yes.
might help us answer the
Spoiler
question.
spoiler mode.
Um,
Yeah, spoiler time, spoiler
okay.
time.
Has any, let's just say, top 4 Hashira in the history of Demon Slayers died in the hands of demons?
I don't think he knows that much. They probably haven't mentioned it.
I mean, then we freaking are sitting here doing what if about nothing, because if that answer is not there, that means I don't think it was possible because they're that fucking strong.
They have provided it. They've already said that the top
I
3
think it's-
demons are like
I
extreme.
I think only the bottom Hashiras, like just like how there's top tier demons, there's also bottom tier Hashiras, and I think those are the fuckers
So-
that died.
I think there's a reason why.
And we know people have retired.
Like,
We
I
know
think
a
that-
lot of Hashiras retired. The guy that recruited Tanjiro, he's a Hashira. He freaking retired. We know that.
Yeah.
We
Rengoku's father.
We also know the first one, either he died or became a demon. So I think the only way for Hashiras to get another one is death, natural way, or just, retire and let somebody else come. But at the same time, I truly believe the ranking system, and I know Mora has read the manga, but I feel like if you're the first strongest Hashira and then you have the mark, you should be able to slap top, well, at least
Bruh.
top 3 easily.
Bruh, the 2 demons
Shit.
took down 23 Hashiras together. The 2 demons. 23 fucking to get to
The
Hashira's
weakest
level.
one. The weakest upper moon.
Whether weak or strong, the point is to get to Hashira's level, you have to be strong, somewhat strong.
Okay.
And at this point,
Yeah.
I think I could be wrong. I think the weakest Hashira is probably stronger than Tanjiro.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
At this exact moment,
No.
I think
Because
after the sword,
Tanjiro
definitely
has been
no.
fucking keeping up with number 4 right now.
That's
he's
just,
keeping
that's
up
just
with
yeah,
number
but
That's
now
plot armor.
he's getting his ass whooped, right?
So what? He's
The
still
final
keeping up.
version of but the final version of 4 is just wiping floor with them with the 3 of them together.
But I don't
Right?
think Tanjiro
Tanjiro
should
never
use full form.
remember. Tanjiro never did it by himself. Just keep that in mind, right? Nezuko and Genry, I
the
keep
blood
forgetting his name.
sword. Yep.
Yeah, the 3 of them's been fighting the 4, right? It's never been 1-on-1, right?
Correct.
And Mitsuri is gonna come in. She's what, 5, 6? Let's just say she's middle.
She's 6,
She's
7.
gonna be able to, she's gonna be able to more solo.
Push him back. Yeah.
But fight by herself. But that's also I was about to say something
Spoiler.
stupid, but I'm pretty sure like Hashira doesn't have the power ranking because it's not so distinct like it is in the upper moon category. Like Upper Moon is
because
like Upper Moon, or Muzan is by far the strongest. Then the upper one is the second strongest, super powerful, and it just goes down the list.
Wouldn't the rankings of Demon Slayer be the amount of demons they have killed?
No.
So there is no ranking for Hashiras though. They're just Hashiras. They become the pillar of the each breathing style that they should be able to pass on as the master of that style, right?
But okay, but Moto, take this in account. To even get promoted to a Hashira, you have to be strong, somewhat strong.
Right, that's my point, right?
Yeah, you have to be shit strong.
So I'm not saying there is a distinct, like I'm not really categorizing. There's a top 5 Hashiras and bottom 5 Hashiras like there is in Upper Moon. I mean, we could break it down that way, but only power ranking that we ever see in the manga, and I don't actually consider this a spoiler, is the Stone Hashira. He seems to be a step above everybody else.
But also the power scaling is the Hashira mark too, right? It depends on if you have the mark versus if you don't.
Right, yeah.
So
sure,
Tanjiro has the mark. I mean, no, but Tanjiro has the mark. I understand the sarcasm, but if you're saying the same thing for the Mist Hashira, him using the mark basically makes him number 1 because of the power-up. Tanjiro has the mark. So technically, he is as strong as a Hashira.
No, because Hashira, the Mist Hashira had a mark after he was a Hashira. He was already strong as shit. Tanjiro got the mark without being a Hashira. He wasn't even up there. And the reason why he was able to keep up was because of the blood sword. The one that Nezuko gave him. That's about it.
His instincts too, his IQ too, his battle freaking knowledge.
He's not keeping up with Upper Demon, bro. Not alone.
I would say at the end of this arc, I would consider Tanjiro a Hashira level.
I take that. I could live with that because he's getting the new sword, his power up. Makes sense.
Right. Yeah. So I think by then the
distance is the entertainment. I mean, this arc and the castle arc. Like, what's the distance? Because
1 month.
Okay, so then now this is the biggest question mark that's gonna come up that we're gonna discuss is if we're not ready to accept that Tanjiro can grow and get this strong from one fight to the next and not accept a Hashira, he's gonna go in the next final arc to fight Muzan, and you have the top 3 fucking motherfuckers there, and we know Tanjiro's gonna face any one of them or even Muzan, and he fights probably with Nezuko, whatever it is. We're gonna sit here and believe that Tanjiro was able to cover that gap?
No, I don't think so. I think it's
a hypothetical. That's too much of a hypothetical,
that's
right?
1 month though. If we were here sitting here.
No, but we say at the end of it, he is a Hashira. But end of this arc.
But okay, now he's a Hashira, but then how is he? Okay, we're having a hard time believing that Tanjiro is a Hashira right now. I don't think
by the end,
which is like
he will have a new sword. That's one power up. He's gonna get familiar with. What the fuck are you going down, Moto? What are you doing?
Jacking off.
I could tell. By the end of the arc, he's unlocked 3 different things. Right, a new sword. Number 1. Nezuko's blood art on his sword. Number 2. Number 3, the mark that he's getting. He's probably familiar with it. He's probably able to use it more. That's number 3. Right. That levels him up quite a bit. That levels him up quite a bit. The new sword is going to be something because that's from his first, the main, the strongest guy in the history and all that, right?
First, I guess the first Hashira.
And then the memories flow through, right? That's the whole idea. The memories flow through, and he's able to somewhat get an idea of what was going on.
Isn't Muchiro a reincarnation too? Because nowhere a 10-year-old could know somebody that was 800 years old.
Why would a Muchiro know someone 800 years old?
Because isn't Muchiro like 10?
Yeah, but why would he know somebody that's 800?
Yeah,
like but
14,
remember in the oh no, that was his father. My bad. Continue.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, because I knew the Tanjiro relation, and I kept on thinking it was that, but it was just his father's eyes.
Tanjiro's the only one that's actually seeing the inherited memory of the Sunbreather. Nobody else is actually seeing that.
So, in conclusion, I think at the end of this arc, Tanjiro is going to be Hashira level.
But then,
by the end of it,
even though if he's Hashira level, A Hashira cannot single-handedly. Well, now we did. So there's so many things. Now we say the Hashira cannot
It's called a plot hole
plot
for
armor.
the main
Plot armor.
Actually,
protagonist.
it's not a plot hole, to be honest with you. I mean, you could kind of, if you really want to figure out what's going to happen, it's actually just basic math.
1 + 1 = 2 because he's evolving with every experience.
No, you guys saying even Tanjiro becomes stronger, like he's still stronger than Hashira. Like, how do you guys take care? It's just basic math. How many demons are left?
Well, 3.
Yeah, but they're not like small fucking demons, bro.
Yeah,
they're like
that's
top
what I'm
3.
saying.
But, but how many Hashira and how many main characters are left?
There's only one MC
all
left.
Main character, but no, what do you mean all MC left?
There's only one MC left, the main fucking guy, the main bad guy, and
No,
everybody
I'm
else.
talking about-
There's 3.
So
demons.
you got Muzan, right, and the 3 upper moons
Yeah.
after this
Yeah.
one. Right?
So you got 4.
Okay, so that's 4, right? What's the main side have, or the good side have?
A lot.
We-
They have like
No.
Exactly.
They have
So
like
that's
nine,
what
they
I'm
have
saying.
They have 9 Hashiras. They
No,
have
one's already dead. One's dead, one retired. So 7 Hashiras left.
8 then. Altogether it's supposed to be 10.
Well, no,
Okay.
no.
I think
Altogether is
the-
9.
I think the
Altogether 9,
triplets-
7.
Wait, just keep in mind. I think the triplets are gonna fight together. Inosuke, Zangetsu,
Oh, I was just
and
like this. I thought it was the wives. I
and-
thought he was talking about the
no,
wives.
no,
okay.
no, no,
I really
no,
thought
I
he was talking
mean-
about the wives.
Yeah, I know. I was like, is the wife's coming back?
no, and Tanjiro and Nezuko. I think they're gonna fight together. I think they're
No.
coming back in the next. That's
I
one.
don't think so.
Of course they
don't
are,
think so. No, I
bro.
really
They
don't
run the
think so.
show.
I think they're gonna split up
Moto-
again.
There's a lot of team battle. It's basically there's a lot of team battle.
I think the
Yup.
fight, I'm just going by the final fight. The final fight is going to be, I think, it's going to be the siblings.
No.
It's a team battle. It's a
Fuck
team
me.
battle. It's
There's
Don't
no
ever-
fucking way. There's no
Viewers,
fucking way.
Don't bet on anything I say. I talked bunch of crap.
You talk.
is.
All you do is like fucking. For some reason, the Tanjiro is strong as shit. No, fuck that. Hell
But
no.
then, you know,
No,
if
I
I
was-
can't believe that,
the first
then
sub-
I don't think he can beat fucking anybody then.
He can't. He can't. That's the whole point.
I think he can.
He needs, and that's the whole. And I think you're missing the whole point of this fucking show. Tanjiro is not strong enough to beat anyone by
Oh,
himself.
100%.
That's why he got
I
it.
know that. That's why I love
That's
it.
why
I
he
know.
got his sister. That's why he got Inosuke. That's why he got Zangetsu.
Yeah,
He got
he's not
people-
Goku. He's not Goku. You know that.
Zenitsu, did I fuck his name up?
You've been
Then
getting
it's-
his name wrong every time.
Fuck this.
We
Fuck
know
this.
Tanjiro
No.
isn't Goku. We know he doesn't have that stupid plot armor. But at the same time, I also know that he's the main protagonist where he is going to get majority of the shine. So based
No, he's
on
not
that,
getting
does.
it.
I mean, he is. It's just you gotta respect the villains, right?
I see it. I
These
see it.
villains
All right.
are, yeah,
All
these
right.
villains are badass, but you know.
I think we spent way too much time talking about Tanjiro and his level.
Okay, so let's ask one question. If Tanjiro,
Yeah.
this version of Tanjiro fought number 6 demon, how would he fare? If
He would
this-
lose. He would lose.
So if I say him and Nezuko, just those two fought against the brother and sister,
They would lose. Oh, definitely they would
Oh.
lose.
I think they would.
It would be a pretty close
Because
battle.
Nezuko already was beating the sister up easily.
Remember, once he controls the fire, sun breathing, that's pretty strong, right?
So-
That's what he's now doing with the Hino Kagura, or the sun breathing style, right? He's able to. That's why like the separated emotions. I mean, they're much stronger than Daki, right? Each one of them are stronger than Daki, and he just wiped 3 of them in a heartbeat. So I wouldn't say each one of them are stronger than Gyutaro. I wouldn't say that, but I could, yeah. Nezuko controlled her demon power that she has in this arc, right? That's when, remember, both of them like easily wiped the floor with Daki individually. What they're doing right now.
Yeah, but the
So
brother
when
was
they're-
strong as shit, man. The brother was fucking.
Yeah,
brawling.
brother's not stronger, but brother never actually fought Tanjiro or Nezuko.
But
with
the brother,
deep power.
but the brother fought the Hashira, a fully powered
But I'm
Hashira.
talking
Right,
about
so
them now.
we-
I'm talking about them now.
Yeah, same.
So
Now he-
you're
I don't
saying.
I don't think so.
Go
I
ahead.
think they will be stronger. I think
No.
they will,
I mean,
I doubt
I'm not saying that like the demon would lose or anything like that. It should be close battle because by the end of this arc, we said that he will become a Hashira, right?
By the end of the arc, yes.
Right. So that would
sure.
mean that you have a Hashira and a powered up Nezuko fighting the upper six.
So by the end of
Right.
this arc, we're technically talking 2 episodes away.
Yeah, but he said as of now, as of this moment, he doesn't have a sword. I believe he's still going to get a.
I think with his sword, he would.
Oh, he's winning. He's winning. Yeah, I think with the sword he's going to win. Because we don't know what the sword can do. We still don't know what the sword can do, right? I mean, Moto does. We don't.
I agree. I think the sword is going to give him a dope ass power up. We cannot wait for that shit. But I think at this moment, and I just want to strictly do that, I don't think, like, the way Tanjiro is and how Nezuko is, I think they will fare so much better as against 6. And I think they could also win because they're stronger and their teamwork is better than those siblings.
Yeah, I think actually the more I think about it,
that's why I say that he is Hashira level because he has earned that evolution in terms of protagonist. I'm not saying he's number 1 Hashira. Give him number 9. He is number 9 Hashira strong, and I think he is as strong as the Sound Hashira. That's what I'm going with.
No, I don't think he's Hashira strong.
I think, like, if you think about it now, with Nezuko able to understand and control her power, like, Daki's and Gyutara's strength, which is the poison, right? Like, you could kind of neglect that, right? So you could counter that pretty easy with Nezuko. And again, if Tanjiro is Hashira level or pretty close to it right now, so is Nezuko, right? Nezuko is
super strong,
super powerful.
And I think that this moment where I feel Nezuko stronger than him.
So. Right,
yeah,
so what I'm thinking
was fucking badass, bro. Like her brother.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, you will be fighting upper 6 with much stronger Tanjiro and much stronger Nezuko as a primary force.
Yeah.
Versus you have 2 people at like Hashira level and 1 person at Hashira level at the fight, right? That's what it was. And then he kind of killed himself a little bit to win the fight, right? So on the flip side, now you have 2 almost Hashira level going against Gyutara. Like, first of all, Daki will be she will be so easily, like, taken out, right? Because we know that we've seen that already happen.
Yeah,
right?
Nezuko beat her
Nezuko bullied her, and then Tanjiro just kind of before the breathing, he stopped breathing, but he has even stronger version now. So she's pretty much useless. Daki is pretty much useless. So now it would be 2-on-1.
2-on-1.
It's kind of like, like, for example, it's like, if Tengen had another Hashira with him...
It's like JJK when they beat up that dude.
Hanami
Horrible.
No, it would just... I think that's what would happen because, Daki would just get killed instantly, like Tengen killed her instantly. And then you have 2 Hashiras kind of going at the main guy versus one guy and Tanjiro helping.
I'm going to stand by no.
I'm not saying that... Yes, I'm just saying it's probably very close.
I could see that.
All right, let's just wrap it up. We all love Demon Slayer. I think it's a phenomenal anime.
What's next? What's your prediction?
Upper 4
Nobody dies. Nobody dies. None of the Hashira dies.
Then that's why I am not. I think every good anime needs a little bit of balance. It shouldn't be just all peace. Like, somebody has to die.
That's what we're complaining about. That's the whole idea.
No. Look, we didn't lose anybody in the entertainment arc. We didn't lose anyone. No one. Not even the wives. None of them, thank God. But no one we lost. And in this one, I had fucking him dying. What's his face? Miss Hashira. I had him dying because I'm like, you know what? He's such a badass character. He's being introduced as that. He has a more, sacrificial type of, character. But then when you get to know him, he's the type of character where you cheer, go live on forever. So I think somebody needs to die. Even the fucking, even the sword guy, the little kid, he fucking somehow survived. The other dude survived. It just, I need some sort of terror. I need some sort of being like, okay, you need to fear. Like right now, it's becoming too much like a happy-go-lucky show.
And that's what we're complaining about. And this season, I think what's going to happen is it's going to be a good season for our Hashiras and the team, right? I think next season people are going to start dying.
People need to die.
I think next season the main fucking guy with half a face, whatever the fuck is going on with his face, is gonna die. The leader, the fucking leader.
Master?
Yeah, the master. Yeah.
But Master's been dying since freaking the first season.
Wait,
So
he's poisoned, right? Is that what's wrong with him?
I guess it's like a curse.
it's a curse.
Like,
Can't Nezuko fix him?
No, I mean it's not a poison, right? It's not a blood demon poison. It's a curse. Like there's nothing.
But everybody knows that Master's dying. Like it's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
But
given.
he said
That's
next
a given.
season though. He said next season though. I'm gonna write that down.
Okay. Anyways, let's just wrap it up. This has been
Yep.
our Demon Slayer thing. Let's move on to not better, but bigger things.
We got 'em watching like Netflix. We're like the freshmen, double XL shit. You're like a PC on that Excel shit. Logic, we got it, and you talking nonsense.